Hello everybody, how we doing? Now I know at the end of all my videos I always say stay posy guys. For the past couple of these music reviews I haven't been very positive. I'm talking about records that I should probably like but they just don't hit me. I love music for the sole fact that you don't really have to justify it. You don't have to have a rhyme or reason why you like it. Sometimes something just hits you in the right place, whether it's catchy, whether the lyrics get you, or you just like the way it sounds. And that's perfectly valid. Every song is for someone. Some songs are for a lot of people, some songs are for very specific people. I just try to review artists that I feel like I should have some pre-existing knowledge or conception of who the band is and what they're trying to give to the world with their new album. Unfortunately, that doesn't always work out for me, especially with these bigger bands or these older bands, which is why for like the past decade or so, I've been so gravitated towards the smaller DIY independent scene. That's where I see a lot of creative ideas and very interesting voices saying really real shit that connects to me and my sensibilities. This episode, I want to just be a love gush for an album released the same day as Silverstein's album, but just has hit me in all the right places. And that is Hot Mulligan's You'll Be Fine. If Hot Mulligan is a band making music, I know I'm gonna be okay. This is Hot Mulligan's second album. They're from Michigan, I believe. Midwestern sound. I don't know what you call that. For us, everything that is on the West Coast is East, man. Emo has always been a kind of universal term that describes anything with a certain intention, and that intention is to get the audience to feel what the singer is feeling. Usually sadness, usually pain. The current state of the genre is not the screaming eyeliner, hair straightening styles that I think a lot of people still hold on to, but instead it's just kids making music trying to connect to one another. And Hot Mulligan has genuinely connected to me with this album, You'll Be Fine. It doesn't appear energetic, but there is a light to it. There is an energy to it. You have these guitars almost dancing, very little distortion. I really love a band called Free Throw, and they do a lot of this very same style. I guess American football was kind of the originators of this sound. Very flowy guitars over a stable beat. You can almost feel every member of the band putting in their effort, and you can feel them in the room. I don't like when music just sounds like one big collaborative blob just being thrown at you. I think music is a collaborative effort, especially if you're in a band. You need to take influence from everybody. You need to display that and have it flow together. And distortion, I'm discovering, just tends to muddy up a lot of songs. You can still have distortion. It should be a underline, a heightened piece of fill or lead that like really emphasizes the song. If you're always at 11, if you're always at full gain and distortion, there's no dynamics to it. I think a lot of these Midwestern bands are really discovering and really playing with the dynamics and the balancing of a song to change kind of how we think about rock and punk and energy. When the vocals hit, that's where you get the emo. That's where you get the emotion. Most bands try to open with a bang. Here's like the most energy and emotion and loudness we can get out of you. I think Hot Mulligan, they're not creating singles. They're not creating radio hits. They're creating good songs, and this just happened to be their best foot forward. I love this imagery. The cigarette burns in your father's car when we thought he wouldn't catch us. That's so relatable. That's so specific. What I was talking about in my Silverstein review, it felt like none of the lyrics were relatable. That everything was this vague sort of try and place yourself in it. To me, that pushes me away more. The more specific you are, it really hits. When you get a line that is so true to the human experience and you can relate to that, means so much more than any vague bullshit whatever writing that you can get. There's so much emotion and strain being pulled through every lyric, every note, and it's just mixed wonderfully. The singer doesn't feel like they're putting themselves in front of the band or before the band. It just feels like they're all in this together. So you got the OG Blue Sky is the #1 song. And then we have the new Blue Sky or Analog Fade. I don't know if it's the exact same melody, but it's slowed down and it sounds similar enough. Get a very different style of singing, less strained, and it's more balanced. And I love that contrast that they're able to go very big and yelly without being annoying, without being screamy. These songs, they feel very like they're coming from a genuine place. Let's take a silly title like Feel Like a Crab. Where'd you get your books and did they teach you anything? Maybe you could show to me. Because it feels like it's been years since I've been useful. Never earned my pedigree, and I don't think I can fake it. I can admit I ought to say in college. At least you'll know something. I'm a dead friend. Let me rot in my coffin now. The only difference, I probably prefer it. Like, these are deeply sad lyrics. How do you find purpose in the new world, in the new millennium? Degrees, we have student debt, and we're told go to college, make something of yourself, make a career. And then we get out of college and we realize that we're not qualified for anything. I'm going through that currently. The music qualities of it gives it a sense of hope. It gives it a sense of fun. Like, yeah, the world is miserable. Things are incredibly sad right now. And we can express that sadness without feeling like we're soaking in it for the views or for the likes or the listens. A good song, a song that sounds good musically and also making it resonate with you. And I think Hot Mulligan is just perfect at just blending those two together. A song where you can kind of tune out and just jam along to it, listen to it in the car and bounce with it. Then you can sit back, read the lyrics. It almost hits you harder. You don't realize that there is so much pain into the song that you've been kind of taking advantage of. And that fits with the theming of it. It's about being taken advantage of and not seeing the deeper interest that we have to offer. The layers hit me. Make your stupid excuses. It's no one else's fault for your choices. I love that he comes in with this very Midwestern kind of drawl on the song, trying to hold back emotion because the song is like confronting someone who has sexually taken advantage of women or just other people in general. Make your stupid excuses. Someone else's fault for your choices. Blame the victim if you want. Replace your emotions with self-preservation. Then he kicks in like he loses it. Your emotions with self-preservation. Does your father know that he fucked up his kid? Does your father know that he's fucked up his kid? Hope he loses sleep. A broken instrument. A bastard left alone. Take what it can get. I think songs like this are incredibly important. I think we need to keep calling out shitty human acts. I think it's our job as artists, as writers, as musicians to keep those people honest. They have elegantly written this song. It's so easy to write a song like this just out of pure anger. Fighting doesn't help because you're implementing physical harm onto someone who's implemented physical harm. That's only going to continue the cycle. There's this beautiful line that I absolutely love. Cut your limb from the family tree. I hope it hurts you too. Hope you never sleep. There's so much more relatable hatred in that. So what do? You blame the parents, you blame the institutions, you blame them, you blame their childhood. Where's the source? And it also helps that shit's a fucking jam of a song. Means more than 90% what other bands are offering. And that's why I love this genre. You can find albums like this and they just connect to you. I love obsessing over albums where I have to listen to it. As soon as I get in the car, I start it up. As soon as I put headphones in, I start it up. And when I'm not listening to it, I'm thinking about it. So No Sleep Records has a beautiful, beautiful talent of just bringing these bands to light and giving them wonderful production. Everything's clean and it's mastered beautifully. You'll Be Fine is an absolute jam it from me and one of the best albums that I have listened to in a while. This is me spreading positivity through something that really impacts me. I hope you do. I hope you give Hot Mulligan a chance. If you know more bands like them, please absolutely give me recommendations below. I'm always looking for new music. I'll be right here to review it. I'm Gresyontodd. Listen to some good shit. Stay positive, everyone. Bye-bye.